Carl, what's better than snot? What's better than green goo? Fucking nothing. Nothing.
No, that's not true. It's flubber.
It's flubber. Flying rubber. Yes, that's
You're
clever.
razzing me. You're razzing me on this high concept thriller.
Give it a $200 million budget. Get Christopher Nolan in here. He's going to make something special. My name's Oscar.
My name is Carl.
And this is Who Would Watch This
mini
episode.
episode.
Just a cheeky little one.
Yeah, we'll work out how the intro's go. I love this is going to be at the end when we're like, do we
Figure it out?
Yeah, did we figure it out? The answer's no.
No.
We're still stumbling.
Stumbling hard.
But today we're reviewing Flubber, which currently has a 5.3 on IMDb, a 24% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 2.5 on Letterboxd. Oscar, what's the plot?
An absent-minded professor discovers flubber, a rubber-like, super bouncy substance. It's a remake of a 1960s Walt Disney one.
Is it?
Yep. It got nominated for 3 Oscars.
This one?
Not this one.
Oh, okay.
the tight black and white one.
I mean, that's what I thought, because I was like, apart from nominating it for, I guess, writing, directing, and acting, I don't know what it is.
I mean, there's always his costume. Flubber wears a little cheeky little
People
stuff.
forget the Flubber's John Malkovich in makeup. He's killing it.
He went method for it. He really got gooey. He got real gooed up.
After he had the confidence of being John Malkovich, he was like, "Oh, I can be very meta. Goo me up. Greenlight that Flubber script."
Here's the thing: as an actor, I'm very moldable, and so is Flubber. It's a moldable gel.
You know, Clayface and Batman. That's
Me.
John Malkovich.
That's John Malkovich. That plot doesn't do it.
An absent-minded.
That's the original name. That's the original movie.
An absent-minded professor.
And they were like, the name sucks. Flubber. The kids will love it.
Justin Timberlake being like, lose the absent-minded professor. Flubber. It's neater. That's when he's left by making the biggest contribution to the entire Disney production. Chicka chicka.
He made off with most of the money for the Flubber budget.
People forget it's done on the whole backbone of, I don't know, what's one of his songs? Mirrors. Tuxedos.
We only got 4 minutes. We only got 4 Flubbers.
We only got 4 absent-minded professors to save the world. He's like, damn it, we shouldn't have changed it. It's catchy, it works.
Anyway, I'll give you the general plot of Flubber. Robin Williams is a monster. And he creates a monster. Anyway, Robin Williams is a scientist who works at university.
Yeah.
Pretty much, he's making tinkering tailing with.
Tell you right now, if this man worked at a university, people would not go. People would not sign up. Could you imagine if you were walking around and this man was on campus? You'd be like, "Oh, I'm unsafe.
Oh, this is not a school for me. Teaching chemistry, you say? Chemicals. Do not give that man chemicals.
You're going to put that man in charge of the youth, in charge of the future generation's intelligence? And no.
So pretty much, Robin Williams introduced. His name is Professor Phillips Brainyard because he's brainy. He's a mad scientist. We've pretty much shown that he's like a bit of a goofball, but he still teaches chemistry. He's also an awful husband, soon-to-be husband. We learn out he's a bit diddery. He's missed his wedding twice. I don't know about you. This is a bad way to introduce a character to me because I don't.
Missing a wedding twice.
Yeah.
Tell you what's worse, thrice. You're really rejogging some stuff for me right now.
Yeah.
Do we wanna watch a trailer?
I think we should. Watch the cheeky little trailer.
I love you with all my heart, with every molecule.
Oh god, it's such a low definition.
Oh yeah, we're on the 144p.
She's in this?
Or that pixel? That collection of
She's in
pixels?
things.
Important day of his life.
I do think, pause it for a sec.
World's most
I'm sick of them being like, "Oh, are you an inventor? You don't make breakfast for yourself."
Oh yeah.
Robotic hands do.
Wallace and Gromit, they get the pass because
Yeah.
claymation and fun.
Yeah.
And whimsical. These fuckers. And we'll get into like the main issue of this fucking film. But essentially, he's a very successful inventor.
Yeah.
Take it. Just use these.
Absolutely. I think I always get confused between this movie, Toys, and Bicentennial Man. Because I guarantee all of the posters look like that fucking Robin Williams face.
Yeah.
Except that one's covered in flubber. The next one's covered in him in a hat.
Yep.
And then the next one's covered in him in metal.
Yeah.
And they're all the same. I guarantee you, they literally walked in and he was like, "Cool, we're going to take a photo for all 3 of your upcoming films." And he
I
was
want you
like,
to angle one slightly, put one me in a little hat, and do whatever the fuck you want to the other one.
"Don't tell me this Bicentennial Man poster isn't that poster, but with Flubber here." It's just like the same expression. Don't tell me that's not the poster.
They smash this out in a day. They're like,
Absolutely. It's identical. Now look at the toys one.
oh, I remember toys.
Oh my god.
I was in the video store a lot, just like staring at me. I'm like, I don't want to see that Robin Williams vehicle.
Oh my god, it's a weird one. It's a weird one where like the big twist is that somebody was also a toy.
Am I remembering correctly? No. Francis Ford Coppola directed Jack.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right. We should do a month of bad Robin Williams films.
We should.
Because I love Robin Williams. He's in lots of good things, but my god, there is a run in his career. Runaway Vacation. RV. Josh Hutcherson. They're on a vehicle.
Put it on.
Let's continue with the trailer.
Most absent-minded professor.
He's too oafish.
He's very oafish. I would never believe he...
What do we think of the design of Flubber?
Can we? Yeah, let's discuss the actual Flubber.
Yeah.
People are forgetting he actually makes life.
Yeah.
A living, thinking
Yeah.
thing with personality, but with no mineral, like, physicality to
No,
it.
it's a gas, it's a liquid, it's also a solid.
Like, I think if I would not be surprised if this was just like a prequel to the movie The Blob. And at the end, it consumed Robin Williams and then just started rolling through the town.
It's a powerful story. I will get into this because, I mean, do you want to watch more of the trailer?
I'd love to watch more of the trailer. I need context. Shooter McGavin.
I do love that man who's the villain in this.
Yeah.
He's just a smarmy cunt in everything.
He's always good.
He is always fun.
Yeah.
Apply a small amount of energy.
And it's like a John Hughes sort of, what's it called? It's like last writing credit.
Yeah.
I think he was just like, all right, Home Alone meets Jelly.
I think this could have been a fun film. I think the thing that people are, they forget about is like the things that that's right, it multiplies and has giant butts.
It does. That's comedy gold.
And the car can fly. This
Yeah.
movie's hideous. This is just a disgusting film. It's all useless. It looks awful.
Nah, I remember that face scene a lot.
Yeah.
I don't get how the car flies because the Flubber.
Because it's Flubber.
But I thought Flubber just is
No,
like
because it's
bouncing.
Flubber. Look at
Ah,
it. Yeah, I'm sure the car is bouncing for an extended period of time.
What dreams are made of.
Ooh, Robin Williams is in this? Ooh, did he swallow the
Oh, it's
Flubber?
a bad scene. He shits it out.
I think it would have been fun if it killed him.
I think it should. Well, I mean, the
And it's
thing's
just the fallout of
thing's
that.
just bouncing around his internal
Yeah.
organs. He's fucking dead.
I know. Or wouldn't it be? I feel like if it was to come out his butt, that man's got no prostate issues for a while.
He's got Flubber issues.
He's got Flubber issues. I think one of the big oversights with some of these movies is it's like I think the best of Robin Williams is when he's used as a supporting character and he's got people to play off of.
Yeah.
So I always think of like Good Will Hunting. Mrs. Doubtfire is like a big ensemble with Sally Fields and Pierce Brosnan and those kids that he plays off of. Flubber's like, what if he only acted against basically himself?
Yeah.
It's just him in a scene reacting to things he's doing anyway. And I'm like, that's a lot of Robin.
It's a lot of Robin.
It's like a lot to just be like, Robin, you go wild with this. And him be like, cool, so I have nothing to physically act against. I'm going to have to go like 140 to try and get like...
something out of this. 'Cause I don't know where we don't know where the scale is. I feel like, what's it called? Was this like the 1997? I feel like CGI was a fun new thing. And if you haven't like comprehended that, oh my god, he's freaking out. He just,
Absolutely. Yeah, because they would have just been like, look, pretend you're holding it. And he's like, what?
he's just like, play with it. Okay.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
Let's get into the plot and the main issue with this, because you did bring up that he's essentially created life and he should just get all the awards. I guess that's kind of what the plot's moving towards, but he can't figure out a way to like monetize this.
I think you should have put the Flubber down. Does the Flubber die at the end? I can't remember.
No, it gets shit out of the baddie, and it's just
That's the end?
that's the end.
The end is it gets shot out of the baddie.
Yeah.
Oh, what a climax.
And he kind of just gets with his wife and stuff. But before that,
I think it would have been fun if perhaps it killed his wife.
yeah, I wish he, like, in a sort of friendly fire situation, the Flubber, hit her in the head, went down her esophagus, and just fucked up her ovaries. That's really a story that
He
I
then
see.
kneels over her and goes, "It really was beauty that killed the beast."
And then Flubber does the butt dance over her.
Fade in, John Hughes.
But yeah, the main issue is like, fuck, like he can't figure out a way to monetize life. What? No way.
How do you do it?
The main big fucking issue is that, like, it starts to, we still talk about, like, how he has, like, robots and shit cooking him eggs. He has a flying AI machine that is capable of everything. And he's like, how am I gonna make money?
This he pretty much makes a Tesla,
Yeah.
which is owned by the biggest billionaire in the world. Did Elon Musk watch Flubber?
Flying car, you say? No petrol. Okay, all right. I got an idea. Let me go to my laboratory. and
What's this doctor's name?
Why, it's Professor Philip Brainyard.
Do you reckon he was originally like new company Brainyard, and they were like base it off any other famous like inventor, and he's like Tesla maybe, and they're like much better.
Much better than the 1997 Robin Williams vehicle.
You're right though. He should be very rich.
It is strange, yeah, because essentially the whole thing is like he's a good person. He's also left his wife twice at the altar.
Yeah, he's not a good person.
And he's pretty much like, once like he goes, like he misses the third wedding, he goes to his wife like, hey man, I've got this goo cooking up. Like, could that like maybe save this? While his AI robot that can fly and is like functional and like has emotions is like, oh man, maybe the Flubber will work. Use that. Use the AI monster.
What's like the villain want to do?
Well, it's weird because they've got like two villains. They've got the man who essentially like walks up to him in the front of the scene. It's like, I'm gonna fuck your wife, and Robin Williams like, I've got a lot of goo to like sort out. Fuck off. And then also the college is losing its funding.
Oh no.
I know.
Well, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Also, I can tell you immediately why. It's because of this guy.
There's a maniac running around with chemicals, shitting on the whole place with goo.
All the Yelp reviews are like, cannot what? It's noisy, it's loud, it's gross.
My sister got swallowed goo and she's in a hospital. It's a
There's a
fucking mess.
huge fallout where 99% of all like people enrolled either dead or dying because of the goo.
Honestly, it's about a hospital program is thriving. You know, lot of options. Yeah, so you got two villains. You got the guy, and then this so weird. It's like this guy is funding the school, and his son's failing chemistry. So he's like, I'm gonna go to Mr. Robin Williams' house with two thugs to persuade him to give my son an A. I feel like he could just buy his way to a grade. But anyway, then we get
Easily.
some Home Alone-esque goofs because it's John Hughes, baby. So then we get Flubber just fucking up goons for like 10 minutes. There's a lot of this.
Do you reckon that's why they actually hired John Hughes? Like a producer was like, I know how to reinvent Flubber. There will be like an invasion scene. And they're
Yeah.
like, who writes good ones of those? Jonathan Hughes.
Because because they've got the original movie, so it's like, all right,
Yeah.
we've got half of it done, and then it's got another writer. I think just John Hughes is just really good at writing. How do you write that on a page?
I don't know.
Flubber bounces
Yeah.
from the library to the conservatory, bounces on a greasy bowling ball, and smacks in someone's head.
He must have been so confused when they're like, cool, no problem. He's like, who's playing Flubber? And they're like, it's a CGI creation. And he's like, oh, I've given it far too many monologues. Like,
Give it a wife.
kids, a whole life.
I really read into the Flubber character as a sort of a gooey man, you know, a sort of coward, if you will. But he's trying to get some structure in his life.
By the end of the film, he's a solid. You know, would you go to a third wedding if the man hadn't turned up to the first two?
No. Could you imagine that invite list? How awkward's that?
I wouldn't go.
I wouldn't
If
go.
you hadn't gone to your wedding twice in a row,
Yeah.
not going to any others,
No.
even if it's a different person.
Yeah.
If it was the same person every time, I'd be like, you're having a laugh. I'm not
Yeah.
going. It's a waste of money. I bought you 2 gifts.
I love it. You have to keep buying gifts. Here's the thing, great. He's got 3 times the presents when the 4th one comes.
I keep buying you puppies, and then I leave them there.
Put them down.
I've got to buy another. Of course. Like,
I'm not gonna give you like a dog.
to every one of your bloody weddings, I have to go to the side of the road, throw one of those presents in the river. Because I'm not
river's-
taking
The
care of
river's
it.
filled. You know, they don't even
filled.
drown anymore. They just scamper off.
People throw beautiful slow cookers into the river because you're not showing up to that river's pretty much. Have you seen what the beavers are living a high life? Filled with slow cookers, a beautiful induction cooktop.
Oh, the pots and pans and knives they are using. Oh, it's gorgeous. There's so many nice wooden ornate tables that they've gone, we can't even touch that. That's going to be a centerpiece.
Also, they've raised the puppies as their own. It's a real beautiful family down there, actually. You know what? Keep having weddings.
It's a problem, though, because the bedrock is just a lot of dead puppies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But here's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
You got a free carpet.
It's like a bear skin, but 9 puppies.
Yeah, 9 puppies. Kind of
You
a
know who
101
loves-
Dalmatian
Yeah,
situation.
you know who loves living down there? Cruella. She loves it down there.
Here's the thing, John Hughes wrote 101 Dalmatians, the remake, and he
Yeah.
was like, listen, I've got this like subplot that I kind of want to explore. Could we go down this route? That Robin Williams just constantly flinging wedding presents down into a river, and then it kind of makes an ecosystem.
I remember somebody was like, "Oh, you know, puppy killing jokes are, you know, they're a step too far," and I'm like, $200 million worth of people supported the Cruella film, so I think it's fine to make the gag.
We're okay.
I love puppies. I'm not killing a puppy, but the joke lands. Okay,
Like, I'm a cat person, so I am in the wrong.
it's really fucked
Yeah,
up.
I know.
I would consider bleeping out what you've just said. I don't think people should know you're okay. I'm afraid that's when we'll have the biggest influx of letters going, Oscar, kill yourself.
My mailbox, like Harry Potter, I mean, not as magical, and they're a lot more death-ready, but it's similar vibe of just elevated envelopes just slacking in the face, just like, I'll kill you if you don't like dogs.
It'll be like when, after we did that Star Wars review, remember how our inbox was empty?
Yeah.
Continue to be empty.
Continue to be empty. Ask wwtpodcast@gmail.com. Send us an email. Send it soon. As you know, you can send it whenever.
You can send it whenever, and
Yeah.
my God, I will track down a VCR copy of Flubber for you to enjoy. First person that emails in, going right in the mail to you.
We will not be sending the VCR required.
Oh God, no, that's for you to source.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I own this on VCR, so it's easy for me to
That's
dig
a
up.
freebie right there.
Oh, it's a freebie right there. That's a listener for life, for free.
God, the film has nothing. Robin Williams is sort of like, all right, well, I don't know what to do with this. I can't just sell it to the military. That'd be too easy. How about
Could you imagine if he sold it to the movies about how the military uses it?
1997, they're just waiting for the Iraq War. They got their weapons of mass destruction, a little green thing, they just throw it in there.
It's like that Vincent D'Onofrio in Jurassic World just being like, we'll weaponize the raptors. Just the entire time being like, is the flubber ready to weaponize?
We've got it amped up. We've got it really, we've shaken it in a can. Just throw it into various Middle Eastern countries.
Imagine had we had these flubbers during NAM. We would have won.
Those fuckers wouldn't know what hit them in the jungle. The flubber doesn't care about greed. It blends in. You can't see it.
Flubber warfare. That's what it would have been. Never would have heard of that bloody gorilla shit.
You know they threw gorillas at the Americans. That's how they won.
I know, honestly. And it's really upsetting.
Yeah.
So upsetting.
If it was a puppy though, that'd be
Oh my
hilarious.
God! Had
Comedy
it been a gorilla thrown into a slightly big river filled with beavers? You know, this is a Pixar film. What am I saying? This is
Shut up. Shut up. John Lasseter's going to be on the phone. We've already got John on board. He's keen. I mean, he's dead, but, you know. Anyway, it's weird because then he's like, all right, well, the car didn't work, the flying car, so I guess I'll just, you know, get some white kids and make them play basketball better.
Oh, that's right. There's a lot of basketball. Isn't
Yeah.
there?
Which is fun because this scene's awful.
What a way. And to think they stretch it into a full movie and call it Like Mike, and then tell me that I'm the one that likes it, and I don't.
But the funny thing is, the original, like the effects used are like Oscar. They literally got nominated for an Oscar.
Show me
I'll
some.
show you
I
the
want to see. I
effects.
want to see some original effects. You know, the podcasters love when I'm like, look, let's compare these posters. Look, let's watch the trailer. Look, show me some clips from the 60s.
Here's the thing, though. It's sort of like go out and find your own fun. We're not here for just you. This is a thing for us, you know.
Actually, really inspiring. So far, the effects are better. So far, it's honestly, this is a higher definition than the trailer for Flubber was.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he go down and sit in the Rutland section
It's
where
pretty
he
good.
belongs?
Oh, was that?
It's black and white. I was gonna
Wow,
say.
that digital restoration was really good.
Yeah, it is.
Is that the full film? What if we reacted to the full film of The Absent-Minded Professor?
It looks okay.
It does. I reckon I'd probably like it.
Yeah. But you just looking at that, you can see like the clips that don't like the plots, there's like the flying car and the basketball. It doesn't really fit in this film.
Yeah.
So the film's like, all right, we did that. Moving on.
What are kids from the 2000s interested in that kids in the 60s weren't? Flying cars, robotics that kill, intuition not getting paid, tuition not getting paid, Carl not having intuition on the podcast.
Nailed it. You brought it back.
did.
Anyway, they're like, all right, this subplot isn't working. Kidnap the wife and let's finish
She
this
gets
up.
kidnapped?
Just kidnapped by the villain.
It's crazy because as a movie that I swear to God I reckon I've probably seen like 7 times as a kid, has had no impact on me as a human being.
We got shown this at school when it rained. Never
Oh.
finished it. I actually finished it today for the first time, and like I finally got closure. It was not the closure I wanted, but I've seen the start of the Flubber like at least 30 times.
I mean, is that the best part?
But I've forgotten it. So that's how forgettable it is. But yeah, watching it, I was like, Jesus Christ. Essentially, they kidnap him. The twist is that the 2 evil guys were 2 evil guys.
Oh, that's a twist?
That's a twist. Just
they
like
were evil.
just both villains. One of the villains is looking after the other villain.
Oh. I reckon a good twist would have been like, it's also the cure to cancer.
Yeah.
And they...
Ron
and then-
Williams like, well, how about a flying car for me?
there's so many possibilities. It's completely untested.
Untested.
Completely untested.
That is crazy. He's just like, put on some kids. See if they bounce. No fucking repercussions.
Can you even do that? Because it's a living thing.
Well, that's the thing. That's where because the weird subplot.
Is he milking it?
Yeah, he's getting his little udders and squeezing it. But the AI, I don't think I touched on it, but the AI betrays him because he's jealous and in love with Ron Williams.
Oh, I forgot
fucks up Flubber, fucks up the basketball kids. Kids die, and then the robot gets destroyed. And then gives the schematics to Ron Williams, like, hey, here's how to build another one of me, or sell to the military for very easy.
Is the ending everything goes to the military?
Yeah.
I think it would be a fun ending if it's like The Departed and he just gets shot in the head and then everything's
Gets
stolen.
flooded.
Everything gets taken to the military. It gets parked at the end of Indiana Jones
Yeah.
1. They're like, put it, bag it. And they just wheel it into that area.
Anyway, the film ends with Flubber getting really amped up, goes down the villain's esophagus, and they get married for like the 4th time.
Wow.
I don't think he deserves it.
I think it would have been a fun ending if he still doesn't turn up. Wouldn't that be? You know, it'd be
Flubber
fun.
2.
She doesn't turn up.
That's-
And it's that like real harrowing ending of just like, I've lived my life wrong.
Yeah,
Or he marries the Flubber.
he does.
That'd be fun.
Sticks his cock in the goo.
I remember a lot of this movie's the Flubber dancing.
Yeah.
Like, how long's the film?
It's...
Like 90 minutes?
Yeah, I don't even think that. Yeah, 90 minutes.
What
I
do we
mean,
think? 80 minutes is dancing?
Well, I'll show you this as well, because you can definitely tell the Disney exec was like, all right, there's not enough Flubber dancing, because they were marketing this. This is just a minute. This is just like the VHS trailer. I think this
Speaking
is...
of VHSs, let us know. I'll give you one.
It's one of the most important discoveries
Look how insane this
ever
song
made.
is.
A metastable compound that's highly viscous, extremely volatile, and has an unbelievable sense of rhythm.
I'm putting it on Spotify Exactly.
So that's-
Don't tell me that's not the catch. That's so smart. The movie's genius now.
Get Down Tonight, sung by the Casey and the Sunshine Band. Do a little dance.
Make a little flub.
Get
Down Tonight.
Couldn't think of another word for that one.
Oh, I know they couldn't. Do a little dance. Make a little flub.
Get down tonight.
Ow!
Yes, they were really like going, fuck, these kids really need some dancing flubber.
Also, when the flubber makes drums out of itself,
Yeah.
how does it make sound?
Vibrations. Maybe look up a fucking science book, huh?
No, different people sing good vibrations.
Uh,
I think you think of goo vibrations.
honestly, if they committed to the bit and just released an entire album of goo
Oh, I'd
based...
buy it in a heartbeat. If they did a Christmas album, I'd listen to it yearly.
If we get 5 emails requesting it, we'll produce the
Oh,
whole
I'll
thing.
fucking record it in a heartbeat. We've got recording equipment. We know a man that owns a guitar. Whether he can play it or not, I'm sure is up to him. I reckon we could do a full EP. I would see Grammys in hand within a year.
We'll see gooies. That's the kind of quality you can expect in a 5 LP.
It's true. You know what? But I'm not surprised because Disney really does produce the goods.
Yeah.
It's produced us in this album, Olivia Rodrigo, and Miley.
Yes, she was Disney.
Yeah. And you know what we all have in common? We've all won a fucking Grammy.
We've all got a bit of goo in our hearts.
We've all got a bit of goo in our hearts.
Anyway, that's Flubber. That's all I had. I'll just touch on this. I also went on the Flubber Reddit, which has 66 members. I think it's a lovely little microcosm. I do find it fun. One guy was like, when I was a kid, I used to turn off the movie Flubber because a scene when a guy swallows flubber and goes down his body made me feel weird.
Was that the top post
That was just
of
a
all
general
time?
post. I do love, though, they have got this like thing that if you dislike Flubber, you get called Crofjin, which is the villain of Flubber. So I think that's fun. Also,
I do believe we're going to be doing. We're going to have a minimum 66 downloads this week on the podcast.
those honestly,
It's good to find It's good. You know what we should start doing? Find these minute fucking Reddit pages. Post at the episode.
just post the episode. Just like, yeah, fuck you. That's right. We're not scared of the 66 of you. We could probably, oh man, they have Flubber on the side.
If
So maybe
66 people gave us a 1-star review, that's the loss of our 4.9 we have. And we worked hard for that 4.9.
we worked very hard. We asked people. No, actually,
You, the audience.
Yeah. Give us 5 stars. We've never even asked for that. Give us praise. Anything.
I need praise.
Yeah.
Because my dad hasn't reviewed the podcast. So if you could do it, that
Oh
would
no,
mean
he's
the
holding
world to him.
He's holding to that 1 star when he really wants to hurt you.
He's upset we haven't invited him on. Oscar, who would watch Flubber?
It's a strange one because it made $200 million. Cost like 93 million, which is like 99.7 is like crazy for like a kid's. I guess
So
Robin
much
Williams,
money. That's more than Jurassic Park cost to make.
Really,
Yeah, so
that's upsetting. This has like 5 scenes. It's got like him in his
most of
house.
it's basketball.
Yeah.
Most of it's an altar.
How much was the Flubber CGI?
Billions.
You know, they like made Tangled so they could like make all the
Yeah.
They made Flubber so that technology sort of
They
paved
made
the way.
Flubber so they could make Tangled. It was a long haul, but man, did it pay off when Tangled came out.
Man, I don't know who's rewatching this. It's so bland.
Name you
Flubber.
66 members of a Reddit page.
Yeah, true. Actually, this entire Reddit page who told everyone not to vote in the U.S. election, which I thought was a rogue one. Everyone that likes Flubber has
Are you
voted.
joking?
Yeah, that was the moderator. It was just like, don't vote in the U.S. election.
Who knew this was a conservative film?
No, it's not conservative. Just anti-government.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Anti-communism?
I think it's just anti-establishment
yeah,
because that's
okay.
what Flubber's all about, baby. Breaking through the mold, breaking through the walls.
Is this film for people of anti-establishments?
I think so.
Wow, there you go.
This is our generation's revolution. That's right, Flubber. Carl, other than revolutionists, who would watch Flubber?
Well, I guess now that it's off the table.
Cut that.
Okay, sorry. I guess now that is off the table. Cut them both. Look, I guess it's like Robin Williams filmography completists. I guess it's you know what? I reckon I'll show If I had a 2-year-old kid, I'm putting on Flubber. Like, I mean,
You're not putting off Flubber because they're gonna request the goo. Here's the problem with Flubber. I'll be honest, and same as like Treasure Planet. I wanted a little goo friend.
oh my god, the Treasure Planet goo.
Oh my
is
god,
incredible.
incredible! I wanted that. I can't have it.
Is it Morphe or Morby?
I think it's called Morph.
Morph. Oh my god, the feel's coming back to me.
I
I
freaking-
love Treasure Planet.
I fucking love Treasure Planet.
Oh my god. You know what? Because when did that come out? Because that's Disney.
Treasure Planet. Or?
Yeah, do we think Morph was based off of Flub?
2002. They had 5 years. They're
They
like,
had 5 years to perfect
make it pink, give it some eyes.
Make it make some little sounds occasionally.
Oh, it makes little gurgly goos.
What does this have on Metacritic? Just scroll down.
60?
Wow, that's so rude.
That's cruel.
This is why you can't trust critics.
No.
They're anti-establishment.
Except us. We're the law, baby.
Speaking of which, vote for us in the election, please.
Carl, what are we doing next week?
Oscar, we're reviewing a cult children's classic.
It is a slapper, honestly. I'm very keen for you to watch this one.
Oh, Bratz with a Z.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm keen. I've
It's
heard a lot
edgy.
about it.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about it.
I think it slaps. I remember watching as a child. I think going, God, this would be great for a podcast episode when I'm older and sad. You're going to nail it, Oscar.
Imagine having talked to yourself watching a movie going, oh, this would be great for when I'm older and I have a podcast. If somebody had overheard me, I'd be in a doctor's office immediately.
Oh, yeah. Just like, he keeps talking about podcasts. iTunes hasn't even come out yet.
He's so unwell. Because then he tried to explain what a podcast was to me, and it sounded like something that would never be successful.
Never. A radio show by amateurs? Who the fuck would want that?
Everyone will have their own radio show in the future. Stupid, stupid.
Thank you for listening.
Bye. Oh, bye.